Alright, so Miss Isabel has started kindergarten. She is learning cursive. We are so excited. She has come so far. 6 months ago, I couldn't get her to sit down and color for more than a minute or two. She hated coloring. And now she's asking to color on a daily basis. So we introduced the letter I. She knows all of her letters and all of her short vowel sounds and all the sounds for all the consonants. She is sounding out 3-letter words. So K5 starts pretty gentle. Alright, so we have been talking about the short I sound, and she had to fill in the bubble underneath. Yeah, the marker kind of bled through. She didn't want to use crayon, she wanted to use marker. I was just excited, she actually wanted to color, so I was like, sure, we can use marker. So we had to fill in the bubble underneath each sound. We did Indian, egg, dog, insect. I went back and forth on this one, but we've done insects we had an insect unit with My Father's World kindergarten that we did last year, this past spring, so I went ahead and went with insect, so she filled that in. Igloo and infant, and then umbrella and instruments. So she did really good on that. I didn't have to help her at all. I just told her the name of the word, and she filled in the bubble. This side, same thing, short I sound, ball, hat, mitt, dog, and milk. She was so excited to figure out that the I's made a capital I and the little I's made a little I. Obviously you can see she was scribbling up and messed up there, but she scribbled it out with pencil and said I had to pretend I couldn't see the red, so she fixed it herself, which I was pleased with. Back here she is tracing. K5 does cursive, so this is just practicing their handwriting strokes. So she obviously got bored with coloring and wanted it to get over very, very, very quickly. She started here and took her time, and it was beautiful, and then we got to scribbling for the rest of it. So this is her page for tomorrow. She hasn't done yet. So I'm going to start writing her name in cursive with highlighter so she can trace it until she knows how to write her whole name in cursive. She can write her name in print, but we are doing cursive. So that is what we've done so far for the first 2 days in letters and sounds. We have these textured letters that we got with our My Father's World kindergarten, which is a much gentler kindergarten program than Abeka is, but we love taking these out, and she read 15 short I words today, so like we did, we just spell words like this. So we did mitt and miss, and she read hit and bit and pit and pin and all kinds of short I words today. So we usually use these to make various words each day. Let's see, that was last year's kind of. Math, she's done really good. We were already on lesson 25, I think is where we had stopped. She had done some of it before. We've gone back and she started doing some of the handwriting, and let's see, she did these ones. We've been talking about first, second, and third. We had to circle the second boy and check mark the third girl. She's already done all of that. She went back and wrote her 3s today. Let's see. She followed directions on what number to write in each. That's supposed to be a 3. It looked more like a 3 when she was actually writing it, but it doesn't look like a 3 now. I'll have to have her fix that one. These are the pages she did today. She counted these and then circled the lower teen numbers. She wrote their 5s. She was scribbling while I was giving her instructions. She does that a lot. She scribbles while she's listening. but she listens fine, and she follows the directions, so, she told the time on all the clocks. She's literally gone through the entire book and told all of the times. She counted the gummy bears and wrote the thing. She counted the cupcakes and wrote. She counted the lollipops. She wrote the 5s. She likes writing 5s. She says 5 has a hat, a neck, and a big belly. We've been really focusing on ordinal numbers. She's had a really hard time figuring that out, but I think she's finally got the concept now. She does count on her fingers when she says first, second, third, fourth. But she did this one all by herself. We talked about, I said, oh, what color shirt does the 5th girl have? Or what color shoes does the first boy have? Or she did patterns. She loves patterns. She did this page all by herself. I was really proud of her. That's a backwards 2. She mixes up 2. But I think 2 is one of the harder numbers to write, and she's only been 5 for 3 days, so I think we're okay. These were fun. We used our counting bears, which they're right there on the floor. I don't know if you can see them in the bag. But we have these little plastic bears, and so she had a lot of fun with this. We got the bears out on the table, and we said, okay, 5 is the first number, so she pulled out 5 bears and lined them all up, and then she made a line of 3 bears and had to compare them, and she decided 5 was the bigger number. And she could have done this without the bears, but I just thought it was fun to have that tactile thing to... And I just gave her numbers to write here. She counted the zebras, told the time. She's really quick with on the hour times. Now we're starting to get into half hour. That's all we did in the book today. But we got the number line out. And we practiced skip counting today. So we practiced skip counting tonight. We took our counting bear. And we talked about how if counting bear goes on every single number, we say each number. Now, counting bear wants to skip a number. So we're going to count by 2s, because when we skip a number, we're going 2 more numbers. And so we did. We started at 0, and we went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And she just thought that was the most hilarious thing in the world, that when he jumps over a number, he gets to count up 2 more. And so that was actually really cool. I do follow the lesson plan book. I mean, I have it. It's highlighted. I read through every lesson that we're going to do, but sometimes skip counting isn't introduced until later. But I wanted her to get to try it, and she did really good with it. So we went ahead and started skip counting, even though it doesn't introduce it for a few more lessons. This is a book that I've really, really, really started to love. We haven't gone very far into it, but I've read the lesson plans that go with it. Yeah, there's her name in print. I was so impressed. She actually asked to do this page. And for anybody that knows my kid and her attention span and lack of love for coloring, this was awesome. So she sat down and she colored the rainbow last night. This was cool. So these are the 2 pages that she'll be doing this week. Like I said, I went ahead and wrote her name in cursive so she can start practicing that. But I like how Abeka does a lot of the tracing, various lines for the strokes for cursive. That really helps her. When she was writing her little eyes today, she was like, hey, that's like the waves that we did. So, I mean, she gets that it helps her. But this book is cool. I really like this page. She's not to it yet, but I think it'll be interesting to see. I don't think she'll have a hard time with it. She's pretty smart, but I like that it makes them think about the different views of the same thing. So I'm curious to see how she responds to that page. This page is pretty cool. She's pretty observant, so I'm guessing she'll have an easy time with it, but I'm anxious to see how she does, if she'll pick up on exactly what's missing from each picture. She should. She's pretty quick. More handwriting practice. These pages are kind of cool. They have them scattered throughout here. It's follow the directions, so I give her directions one at a time. So, draw a circle around there. Last time we attempted these, she doesn't have a lot of patience. So, tree, key, puzzle. Another following directions to draw a traffic light. Cut out the shapes and match them on the rocket. This is critical thinking. This whole book is pretty cool. Choosing healthy foods for each meal. write the time and color the picture. She loves doing these activities. We have a whole board over here. I don't know if you can see it, where it has like a blank clock face and then a space to write the digital time, and that's like her favorite game. She's like, Mommy, get the clock board down and we'll play that. I'll write a time and then she'll write the digital time. Yeah, this is our lovely school wall. And then we have a whole nother wall starting of school stuff, so yeah. So, but this book is quickly becoming one of my favorite fun things to do. I mean, it's not like, I don't know, it's just a lot of critical thinking. So, draw a picture of the most important character in the story. Yeah, they start critical thinking stuff for, like, you have to read aloud to them. And then we have started cursive, which I'm really excited about. So this is Little I. She actually did really, really, really good. When we started K4 last year, it was like a week before her 4th birthday. We did like 2 weeks of cursive, and she was in tears every day. I was in tears every day. It was horrible. So I ended up ordering the manuscript book for K4. But we decided to go ahead and stick with our guns this year, and we're going to do cursive even if we have to slow down and take a time. And she's just matured a little bit, and it's helped. She's so excited to learn how to write a capital I so she can write her name. She is dying to write a capital I so she can say her name, or she can write her name in cursive. So she's been tracing this page over and over and over again. So she's really excited to learn that. I struggle with this capital I because I learned to write it starting from here and going up, down, up, and around. So this has been really hard for me to try to write it this way on her paper. So I've even been practicing this way. But I was really proud of her. Like, she did really good on that one. This one she got a little sloppy. But then that one she did pretty good. And then that was yesterday's. And then today, I don't like how Abeka has it upside down. Today I was really proud of her. She got 2 stickers today. That one she traced beautifully. And these 2 she did really, really good. So she got a big sticker in between them. Oh my goodness, stickers so work for my kid. She will do anything for a sticker. So tomorrow we get to start Little U. And I like the house system that Abeka uses. Like, if you ask her, where does Little I live? And she'll tell you, Little I lives in the downstairs, but his Dot lives in the upstairs. And so Abeka has, like, an upstairs, a downstairs, and a basement. And so the basement is always below the pink carpet. And she gets so funny because if you ask her about her name, she'll put her hands on her hips and she'll say, yeah, but my name does not have any letters that live in the basement. She so badly wants a letter that lives in the basement, but she doesn't have it. Her name's Isabel, so she'll just have to deal with the upstairs and the downstairs. But so everything on all their papers, they have a house for their name and a house for anything they have to write. And so we have this cute little song that we got from Abeka that says, you ask her where her letters live, and it's like, upstairs, downstairs, in the basement, upstairs, downstairs, in the basement, upstairs, downstairs, in the basement, that's where my letters live. And so she sings that anytime we do handwriting.